Welcome to session 5 of our Nano series, where you will learn the 3 transformative leadership steps to scale your business and the tools of how to apply them in your day. In our last episode, I shared 2 steps to optimize the performance of your people in being a king and queen maker. We're ready to tackle the 3rd and final transformative leadership step to scale your business. Frameworks are powerful. We use frameworks to organize massive amounts of data so we can move into action with purpose. In 2022, I was invited to a $20 million IT services company. The room is bright, the sun is out, but the mood is somber. The CEO is kind, but I wonder, is he this kind to everybody? I meet the COO, and she presents professionally, but in the first few minutes introduces that she's as busy as can be. And I become aware, is she frazzled underneath? And I meet the CTO. He's quiet, and I'm aware. Oh yeah, CTOs are generally introverts who seem to always be too smart for you. And that's okay. The CEO tells me he's rolled up 3 companies and things are going well. He wants to focus on vision and believes if he just says it just right, everyone will get it. We talk for 5 to 10 minutes more, and the COO interrupts. But I have something to share, she says sharply, and I noticed a little microaggression. Our people are tired, our processes are breaking down, people don't know what their priorities are. And there it was, chaos right under the surface. She went on. We had a major Sev1 issue over the weekend. Our project manager was frustrated with our lab director, and he's blocking us from understanding the root cause. He was great when he was working for me at a prior company, but he's in a different role now. There it was again. I wondered, do we have the right person in the right role? The CEO interrupted. I was at a conference and they said there were these great growth opportunities. And there I caught it again. A visionary CEO hearing about opportunities but not listening for the operational breakdowns. The COO interrupted again. Well, that's nice. You know, we have A players being overwhelmed. Double whammy, I thought. She's expressing that people are frustrated to the point of boiling over, and we have accountability issues. I was wrong earlier. Oh, was I wrong? It's not about chaos under the surface. It was chaos in full view. What's also important to note is there were a cost to all this dysfunction. The complexity of the breakdowns was causing people to disengage from the problem and each other and the company. I learned in private one-on-ones that A players on the team were contemplating, this will never end, or this will never change, for the first time in their 5 or 10 years of being there. When situations like this present themselves, it's the use of a framework that brings everyone to the same side of the table and helps us organize massive amounts of information and coalesces us around a root cause of problems and allows the team to sustainably solve complex problems. The consulting firm McKinsey has many models. There are playbooks that sports coaches produce. There are even procedural manuals for surgical teams. All these are examples of frameworks. A famous example of a successful use of a playbook is from the American football coach Bill Belichick, who's known for winning with different players. He has a system for picking players and a framework for placing the players in the best position to succeed. His meta system involves players, mindset, and plays. Sustainable winning leaders are known to plan and have a playbook and practice and repeat the plays. This is so the whole team gets the fundamentals right and can account for variations in an environment when they pop up. So we know having a framework is a solution to scaling, but why should we use them? Following on my story about that successful IT services company, the CEO was taking over for his father. He felt immense pressure to continue his father's legacy, but didn't have the tools nor the experience. He took on a merger of 3 companies, a historic feat in business for anyone, but even more for a first-time CEO. Imagine my surprise upon hearing that he was a first-time CEO and he was merging 3 companies, and he had operational chaos. With a myriad of company issues, client issues, and people issues flying around, the CEO was disengaged from his daily problems and even rationalized, growth will get us out of this. Yeah, he said that out loud too. This company required a reset before more fuel was thrown onto the fire. And when we step into using frameworks, they accelerate our success. Because a framework helps solve for: how do I categorize data in my world, the people, the interactions, the process? What North Star am I moving towards? These things like data, moving the data towards clarity, people, moving them towards inspiration and curiosity, moving our chaotic processes into clarity, moving our cash flow into abundance. How do I move all my variables towards my North Star? And when they move differently, how do I seek out the root cause and solve it productively? So now we know why frameworks are important. How do we get into the habit of using them? We've included a set of process steps to follow in our workbook. Don't worry about memorizing what I'm saying, just commit to it. After a month of meetings, taking stock of a situation, we use our framework to solve the enterprise-wide problems with numerous dependencies at the IT services company. What I want to inspire you to do is use the framework and use them holistically in your business. Let's take the first easy step. In our workbook, we provide you a worksheet to build the habit of using frameworks. Create a commitment environment. Identify one or more frameworks for you to use. Score the commitment to your framework. 1 being you're uncommitted, 10 being you're committed. Put your framework in weekly team meeting agendas and train your team on the framework. Then see if that framework helps your team make better decisions together by solving key organizational issues. Having a framework is the third of 3 transformative steps to scaling your business. Now that you're committing yourself to using frameworks, we'll provide you our proprietary framework that helps CEOs solve complex organizational issues. It's useful in any scenario.